Happy Wednesday, everyone. It's me, David Brown, with this week's Design and Dialogue. Hope everybody's having a good week. I know DBI is moving fast and furious, as we have been since the beginning of the year. I've got to say, just as a quick side note, that this is one of the craziest markets I've seen since I entered the industry back in 2002. It is just white hot, and people are needed at all levels. So I'm sure that at some point in the future I'll be able to look back and dissect all this, but right now I'm just in it. So we're doing good, and I hope you are too. Today, what I want to do is talk to all of you that are hiring talent, and I'm sure that is a big part of this audience. What I want to share in this week's tip is how to make a good first impression. And there are three easy things I think you can do to make a great first impression when you're interviewing a candidate. And this is for you as a one-on-one, or this is something that you can train your team to do. Regardless, putting these three things in is going to be a game changer, I really feel. Because the bottom line is, candidates are evaluating you more than you're evaluating them. There is so much opportunity that candidates have access to that you really got to make a great first impression and stand out to win the war on talent. So what is the first tip? The first tip I want to share is to be candid, be open, be honest, be yourself. Talk about your firm in real ways with real numbers. Don't be vague. Being clear, crystal clear, at the beginning sets the impression that you're trustworthy and that if a candidate was to hire onto your firm, that they can expect more of the same as they grow in their career. So always lead with honesty, always be candid, and always be open to really any kind of question that's answered. Now, is it fair to say, we're not comfortable answering that question? I hope you understand. That's completely acceptable. But just be honest about it. Be honest that you can't answer it or why. It's more about being honest and open than making sure they know all the deep, dark secrets of what your firm is doing. The second thing that I would want you to do is to be engaging. Be personable. Make this much more about a beer or a coffee, less about a technical interview of their skills. People want to feel comfortable, and when people feel comfortable, they share much more about who they are and what their expectations are. And I think that is a critical piece to create an environment where someone feels comfortable. The last tip is probably, again, the most important, is listen. Listen to what the candidate is saying. Internalize what you're hearing and bring it back home to the rest of the firm and see if what these candidates are asking for really reflects what you have. A great example might be, do you have flex time? I'm sure you're getting asked that every single interview you have. If your answer is no and you're not hiring talent, internalize by listening what that candidate pool is saying and maybe think about adjusting on your side. But if you don't have that listening ability or create a space just to listen, you're not going to be able to hear what the market's telling you, and you're not going to be able to adjust. Also, if you listen, it allows the candidate to talk about themselves, and I guarantee candidates love to talk about themselves. So just through that mechanism, you're creating a lot of good feelings, good vibes, and making that good first impression. That's it for today. These tips are simple, they're easy to incorporate, but if you're not doing it, you are not going to win the war on talent. I think they're that critical. So please start implementing them today. And as always, if you want to talk further about these three little tips, or maybe other things that I'm seeing in the bigger market that are being effective, I'm always happy to talk about those as well. Just send me a quick email. All right, everybody, I will see you next Wednesday. Until then, have a great week, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye.